All right, let's talk about it. That incredible and, yeah, let's be honest, kind of terrifying journey of writing a story from a totally blank page.
You've been there, right? You get this amazing flash of inspiration. These characters just pop into your head, a whole world starts to build itself. And then, crickets. The idea just sits there, trapped, and that blank page just stares back at you. But here's the thing, the secret sauce, if you will. Getting that story out, it's not magic. The difference between someone who finishes a book and someone who doesn't, it's not always talent. It's a roadmap. And today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to walk through that map together.
So, first things first, before you even dream up a plot twist or name a character, we have to start with the biggest question of all. And it's not what you're writing, it's why.
So let's get real for a second. What's your motivation? Is there a message you're burning to share with the world? Or maybe you've got these characters just living rent-free in your head and you have to get them out on paper. Or hey, maybe it's just for you, a personal challenge, like climbing your own Mount Everest. And you know what? There's absolutely no wrong answer.
And this right here, this is so important. Your why is your foundation. It's the rocket fuel that's going to power you through those messy middle chapters. Those moments where you're full of self-doubt, when you feel like just giving up. Seriously, write it down. Stick it on your monitor. Don't forget it.
Okay, so you've got your why locked in. Awesome. Now you need an idea that actually has legs, one that can go the distance for a whole book. Look, not every cool thought has enough meat on its bones for, say, 80,000 words. What you're really looking for is an idea that has conflict baked right in from the start.
And check this out. Some of the most epic stories ever told start with this super simple question, what if? Just think about it. What if a wizard school was hidden right alongside our world? Boom, Harry Potter. These what if questions are magic because they automatically create conflict and high stakes. Your idea doesn't have to be some grand, complicated thing at first. It just needs that spark of potential. All right, so you've got your why and your what if. Next up, the who. Because let's be real, amazing characters are the absolute engine that drives any great story forward.
And to make those characters feel real, you've got to dig deep. I mean, what's their backstory? What are they terrified of? What do they love? What are their biggest flaws? Using something like a character arc worksheet, it's not just homework. It forces you to figure out what truly makes your main character tick.
This is it. This is the heart of a truly great story. The real drama, the thing that keeps you turning pages late into the night, is the conflict between what a character wants, like finding the treasure, and what they actually need, like learning greed is bad. The entire story is basically the journey from that want to that need. Okay, we've talked about the fun stuff, ideas, characters. Now it's time to face the dragon, the thing that stops so many writers cold. You know what I'm talking about, the dreaded writer's block.
But what if it's not even real? At least, not how we imagine it. I mean, listen to this quote from Jerry Jenkins, a guy who's written almost 200 books. He says writer's block is a total myth. He thinks it's just a label we put on other, deeper problems.
So, if it's not some mysterious fog that descends on us, what is it? Well, it's usually one of these four horsemen of the writer's apocalypse. First, you've got fear, that little voice saying, this isn't good enough. Then there's procrastination, which is an expert at disguise. Then perfectionism, where you spend an hour on a single sentence. And finally, good old distractions. I mean, does any of that sound familiar?
And here's the key. You can't just make these things disappear. It's not about eliminating them. It's about managing them. You have to learn how to work with them. Use that fear to push yourself. Build in breaks so procrastination doesn't take over. And for the love of all that is holy, do not edit while you write your first draft. That's a huge one.
All right, you've wrestled your inner critic into submission, you're sitting down, you're ready to go. So where do you start? Page 1. And man, those first few sentences, they are everything. They're like your handshake with the reader. You got to make it count.
I love this quote from Stephen King. He just nails it. An opening line in an invitation. Its only job is to make someone have to read the next sentence. It's a promise that you're about to take them somewhere interesting.
Okay, let's look at a master at work. It was a bright, cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. 13! Just that one little word, 13, and suddenly everything is off. It feels familiar, but something is deeply, deeply wrong with this world. And right away, you have to know more.
Or how about this one? It was the day my grandmother exploded. I mean, come on, how do you not read the next sentence after that? It's wild, it's shocking, it's kind of funny in a dark way, and it immediately makes you ask a million questions.
So really, a killer opening has a big job to do. You can think of it like a checklist.
Does it hook the reader with a question? Does it introduce an interesting character? Does it hint at the stakes? And does it set the right tone? It's a lot to ask of a few sentences, but getting it right is maybe the most important part.
So you've nailed the opening. That's the sprint. But now comes the marathon, finishing the entire first draft. This is where so many stories die, but this is also where having a solid routine becomes your secret weapon, your superpower.
You need to print this quote out and tape it to your wall. You can always edit a bad page. You can't edit a blank page. Let that sink in. Your first draft is allowed to be a mess. In fact, it's supposed to be a mess. Its only job is to get done. The magic, the real writing, happens in the editing phase. But you can't edit nothing.
So how do you do it? It's not about waiting for the muse to strike. It's about good old-fashioned discipline. You have to set a schedule and stick to it. No excuses. Turn off your phone, close your email, kill all distractions. Try to write just 1 page a day. That's it. It sounds small, but it adds up so fast. And most importantly, tell that perfectionist voice in your head to take a hike until the second draft.
So there you have it. That's the roadmap, from figuring out your why all the way to typing the end. Yeah, the obstacles are real, I'm not gonna lie, but they are not bigger than you are. The only thing standing between you and a finished draft is making the choice to start and then making the choice to keep going day after day. Your story is right there, waiting. So, what are you gonna write?